In the introduction, you were promised some rather unfamiliar factoring. I think this will qualify. What I'm looking for here are any common factors between the two terms so I can factor those out. In the original problem that I have on the page that you've received, I have done part of the work for you, but we'll talk through that as well. What I asked for was simply what is left for this factor. But let's go more back to scratch and figure out, okay, what are all of the common factors? First off, I see numbers. I notice here I have a total factor of 4, and I see over here I have a factor of 4 as well. So that will be part of my factoring. I'll factor out the 4. I was looking at x's now. I see a factor of x here, just 1, however. And I see a factor of x over here. Okay, so there is a common factor of x, which I factored out. Then I see a factor of x squared plus 2, only one of them here. I see the same factor over here twice, but only one of them is common, and so I was only able to factor out one of them. Continuing, well, I think I better start keeping tabs of what have I factored out here. The 2 and the 2 have been factored out. The x has been factored out. This guy has been factored out. I notice that I have 2 of these factors, but I have only one of them here, so I can only factor out one of them. Okay, as far as this is concerned, the 4x has been canceled out. The minus is not yet. One of these guys has been factored out, so I have one left. That 2 has not been factored out yet. So let's look at each one of these and see what goes for here. I have factored out all the common factors. This guy becomes bear with me while I write this stuff out. I'll put all those common factors first and then decide what's left. Okay, what hasn't been factored out? The 4x has been taken care of. This one guy has been taken care of, but one of these factors has not been taken care of. So now I think you can check and verify that, yes, this is equal to this. How about that second bunch? Again, it's got the same common factors. And what else? Let's see, I got the 4x, but I don't have the minus, so I better put a minus in here. I've got this guy taken care of entirely. I don't have that 2 taken care of yet. And I am missing one of these factors. Notice I've only factored out one of them, but there are 2. A rather messy little factoring job, but really not that extraordinary. Now, I'm ready to answer my question. What's left for this last factor? There's all the common factors. What I now need to do is combine these two birds because we're adding these together. So I have 1 minus 2x squared minus 2x squared from there and minus 4 from here. So in answer to the question as it was posed in the little handout you have, what's the contents of this? Well, combined like terms, it's going to be minus 4x squared minus 3. And I think we've lived up to the promise that it would be fairly unfamiliar factoring. But I also think you'll notice that, hey, we're not doing anything that we haven't done in a somewhat quieter way before. But there's my